We are sitting in sort of an unusual place here in the mall in Braille, and we are at Gloria Jean's Coffee Place, which we found, and it's kind of been a great place for us to meet on Mondays and talk about what the church is, talk about strategy, talk about different problems within the church's mentality on reaching lost people, but also our mentality, how we have to change. And so this is kind of a chance for us to melt down, have fellowship, and talk. So, Jordan, what did you just say about Mondays?
Really great.
Yeah. What is it you get out of a men's group that's just pouring it out there, no holds barred? What is it you like that you feel like is
Well,
a
I
need?
like discipleship. I like to stay quiet and just listen.
Mm-hmm.
Very encouraging, definitely. Probably the most encouraging part of the week. And yeah.
What did you notice in a real tangible way, just being here 2 months? You know, I know you've strengthened your relationship with your brother, which is been the biggest blessing. Justin agrees. But in contrast, what you expected or what you were seeing now versus what you were doing in the States. You mentioned something about evangelism.
Oh, definitely. Just the discipline.
The discipline.
Actually, that's one of the biggest for sure.
Just trying to put things in order and study and work and produce. And your style of evangelism in the States versus what you're seeing here, what's the difference?
Yeah, like I was. Whereas back there, it's more of a like you were saying, almost a defensive. Going at it with a defensive aspect. Whereas, I'm seeing now it's more of actually getting things done and doing it and trying to spread.
And letting them just hear the truth one time, as they don't fight us. They just need to hear the truth.
Fighting it tooth and nail.
And you're busy just about every day of the week. And you've got some guitar players you've added in the worship service, and I know you're proud of them, but it's obvious you're making progress in that arena, so you're making disciples. And Justin, you've been here a little bit longer, but you're in Metanoia now, you're in Braille. Some things you find encouraging.
First, I guess, on the subject of discipleship, I'd say Metanoia has a heart to make disciples. They are trying to help develop leaders in their church. Not just educated people, but actually young people that want to come to know more about how they can start a small group. And I've been deeply encouraged by that passion and by that interest that they share. So we're trying, in just the time we have, to help them produce leaders as fast as possible.
And how are you doing that, like specifically, generally making disciples, but specifically, what are you doing to make a disciple? And who?
Yeah, we've talked about how making disciples isn't just trying to educate people, redoctrinize people, but it's actually investing our time and our lives with other young people. And so I've wanted to take two aspects of discipleship, and that is where Friday night and Saturday night I teach them doctrine from the Bible, I teach them plan, but at the same time I want to invest in their lives throughout the week. And so we're kind of hitting it both aspects, Jordan and I, where he's investing in the lives of the youth, we're investing their time, and just being their friends, their brothers in Christ. At the same time, we're trying to teach them eternal truths that can help change their mentality, help change their heart, and how they perceive the lost Orthodox in the area.
What about within the church? Do you see that they have a great potential to reach the city, or is it wavering a little bit? I mean, do you sense they really have what it takes to reach the city?
They are united in one accord when it comes to wanting to reach out to the lost. They just do not have the tools to do it. I see that there's so many of them that are uneducated on this issue in regards to sharing their faith, and so they love hanging out with the people that are actually Christ followers in the church, and the church has an amazing leadership already that's actually making disciples. And so we're just wanting to not do anything new, just help encourage them, help train them, and help sow in the harvest with them.
Name one thing specific that happened with leaders, Pastor Mario Spenzine did with his leaders in this mall last Monday night.
Last Monday night, we were supposed to meet at the church every Monday night. Usually we have a leadership meeting for all the small group leaders. And since there were some that were sick, we weren't able to all meet together. And so instead of actually just staying at the church and having a leadership meeting, Marius brought us here to the mall, and we all played pool in a bar.
In a bar with sinners.
His leadership. Yeah, with his leadership. And I think that is truly phenomenal.
Great leadership.
It's a testimony to what he thinks in regards to what his leaders need to be doing.
That's right.
And he said it many times that he's not the only pastor, that each leader is a pastor of a group, and he's helping actually invest in that.
That's right. That's right. I commend him for that.
Yeah.
And Randy, you've been out a little bit lately. You've been working up in North Brelica, and you've been kind of getting connected to some work. But what have you found most fulfilling as what God has brought you to do. When do you feel most fulfilled in your being here in Australia?
Well, at this point, it is about being out in the street and doing whatever we can as far as street evangelism. Just thankful that the weather's turning and it's been some sunny days. Enjoy getting out with you and doing that. That's been awesome.
And you got to sing once. I know you love that. You got to sing
once, and looking forward to being able to do that.
Yeah.
I've had an invitation at another church or two to
We need
do
that.
And so we're hoping that that'll be a blessing and maybe soften spirits a little bit.